Hey guys, Mad Friday and welcome back. Right, we're almost at 100 subscribers, which is pretty decent. I thank you all very much, and someone's going to be getting a Tier 5 premium tank of their choice soon. What I didn't mention in the initial announcement of that competition though was that it had to be a tank that's available in the store. I can't get you tanks that are sort of, you know, rare, like a Panzer 5.4 or something like that. It has to be available in the gift shop. Right. Onto this video. Right, it's a double dose of Cromwell gameplay. Reason why I'm in the Cromwell, ever since I came out of hospital, I've not really been having particularly much fun on tanks. Some of the tanks I'm grinding, a couple of them are just crap, and a couple of them are good tanks, but they're just not easy to carry in. It's like the KV-4, yeah, it's called the KV Fortress, but the upgraded 107mm gun, you really miss that big alpha damage from the 122mm gun, and I've been struggling to get really big games on that. And the armour does hold up, but everybody knows where the big weak spot is. Yeah, so I've just not really been having much fun, so I've dropped back down a couple of tiers, and I decided to pull out the Cromwell yesterday, and I'm going to show you two games, and these are two consecutive games. You can check the times and the results. After this game I did sit and stare at the results for quite a few minutes, but yeah, bit of a spoiler. Right, but what I did after the two games was go back into the garage to check my tank out, and the reason I'm not getting any spots at the start of this game is because I have no equipment fitted at all. I completely forgot, or I must have sold it to someone else to buy something else and I'd never put it back on. So I've got no optics, no vents, and no whatever else I would have chosen. Probably gun lane drive on this tank, which helps with circle strafing and stuff. But yeah, I completely forgot equipment. So, this makes this game, well, the next two games, even more, just that bit more special. Right, on to the gameplay. So I'm just poking this hill, trying to get some spots, but obviously, like I said, no optics, no vents. My view range is pretty crap, and I totally didn't realise, which could have got me caught out really bad, and it's going to get me to taking some damage in a second. There we go, protected. Take a hit from a flat panzer from across the hill. Get my commander taken out, so I put him back in with the first aid kit. And the reason I'm only pushed to this hill is because, well, at the start none of the team came, and only one tank came, and he's put himself in a really, well, not silly position, a dangerous position. He's about to get swamped. There's not a lot I can do. That flat panzer is still going to have shots on me if I get spotted again. So, in a minute, I'm going to abandon ship. I'm sorry for this lad here, but yeah, if I go down there as well, there's a target there as well now. It's just going to end up in us both dying. I'm detected again. So it's time to use the Cromwell's decent speed just to get the hell out of here. And I'll get tracked. There's my repair kit gone. The Cromwell just doesn't have the gun depression that the Comet does, and it does affect your gameplay quite a lot. Which is why I'm using this. I'm going to start using the sort of shoot and scoop tactics rather than using the ridge lines. Look at that, I'm out there already. People are going to keep taking pot shots at me on the way through here though, so I must have been spotted the whole time. Or people were just blind firing the exit routes just to see if I was disappearing. And that guy there, he was base camping, and he was basically just giving a running commentary over the voice chat about what's going on and telling people where to go while he was just sat there. So what I'm going to do now is a bit naughty. I'm going to use him as bait. Yeah, that's right. Bait. I'm going to sit out of range, let these guys illuminate the targets, and use the great rate of fire of the Cromwell to just put some fire in and try and even up the scores a little bit. Right, so the Artie's about to get nailed. Nothing I can do about it without driving straight up there. So, sorry for him, but he did see the map, he did see what was going on, he had plenty of opportunity to move, and he didn't, so not a lot I can do about that. Hopefully these enemies will push in now. There we go. I can start putting some fire in. Oh, he's taking a big hit. What did that? I don't know what did that. And he's gone already. That was a big hit. Oh, Must have been that tank destroyer. This is a tier 7 game, by the way. So there are some big hitters around. And most of them left are on the enemy's team, which is a bit of a worry. Right, this is the best thing about working from range, because he is fighting at that PZSFL there. He knows he's detected, but he doesn't realise that he's detected by more than one enemy. So we will manage just to sit there and fire shot after shot without any real consequences. Keep firing. Don't know who's illuminating him. It's way out of my view range, and there he goes. So he's out of my view range. If I'd have had optics, or maybe binocular telescopes works on this tank as well, especially for doing things like this. If I'd had those fitted there, may have been able to keep them spotted, but can't. So I'm really gonna have to think of something else to do. And we're down to 2 tanks now. The tank destroyer's coming up behind me, so oh, there we go. We've got the spot. The TD puts a big hit into him, takes him out. And here comes the enemy's arty. Even the enemy arty is more brave than most of our team. Can't get a shot on him. I'm taking fire from there. And now it's time to do what Cromwell does. Here we go, flat out. Don't give the enemies a chance to zero in. Oh, I stopped there. That was a mistake. I should not have stopped there. I should have kept going, maintained my speed, and you know, here we go. So I'm going to jink this guy, try and get him to turn the wrong way. We missed the shot. Circle strafe him. He's done. I'm going to take shots from the 82, but I'd rather take shots from the 82 than that 82. And now we're going to do the 82 as well. I'm on my own now. The R2D's been taken down. And this guy's finished. He knows he's finished. What's he going to do about it? Nothing. Right, so it's now 1 versus 4. Quick check of the team list in a minute will show me that I'm up against some pretty badass tanks. Some top tier tanks. So I'm going to have to think of something. Oh, we get a hit on the eye on the move there. I'm going to take a risk to stop aiming to get him finished, so I can get out of here. And now it's 1 versus 3. Still detected. I reckon they're up on those hills overlooking our flag. So what I'm going to do, what you can do in the Cromwell, I'm going to drive all the way around. Try and get them from the rear. Right, so I'm halfway around the map already. This tactic would work if I had equipment fitted, but I didn't know that. So I'm going to try and move around and pick up some spots from different locations, but without, I think their view range is like 360 metres without any equipment, and that's just not enough to be able to spot across the hills from these sort of little roads here. But obviously I didn't know that, so a bit of a mistake on my part. But the enemy's going to force my hand in a second. They're going to start to cap, which is the best thing to do. That forces me to go to them. And yeah, let's see what I can do about it though. Right, so here we go. I'm popping out here. If I'd had optics fitted, maybe I might have spotted someone on the hills, or binocular telescopes. But yeah, nothing. And there we go. They're starting to cap. I know one's in. And I reckon the other ones are going to be with him. There we go, there's 2 in. So I know 2 of them are there. So it's time just to YOLO and do what Cromwell does. And see if I can finish this game. Here we go. Right, I reckon if I push around over this hill, I might be able to catch them looking in the wrong direction. I reckon they're going to be looking left, because that was my last known location. There we go. Spot a Cheeto. Fire on the move, take him down. I'm going to push in, I'm going to take a hit here, but I've got enough hit points to take it. Change directions, these tank destroyers are slow to turn. It's a T-25AT. Going to finish him off, trying to stay behind them. I've got their backs, luckily they're both turning in the same direction. And here we go, I've got the back of the steering wheel. I go for the tracking shot and completely miss. Oh no, oh no, 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 I've completely given away my whole advantage. Can I get past? No, there we go. And that is the end of that. One little mistake there, cost me a medal there. Which one is it? What's it called again? I can't remember. A Kolobanov's medal for being alone against 5 enemies. I think it was 6 at one point. One little mistake there. I gave away my advantage, the Cromwell's main advantage, which is its speed. I stopped to take a tracking shot, but because my gunner was dead, I missed the tracks. Like I said, I gave away my advantage of speed, and I couldn't accelerate it quick enough on that ground to get behind him. But oh well, we get to pick up the high caliber Delangle's medal for killing 4 enemies inside the cap circle, a top gun, and a few other ribbons, and a class 1 mastery for a loss. That's not bad, and also a defender medal. Right, let's have a quick look at the results. And I get a message there from someone who was obviously watching me, and we'll have a look at what he says in a minute. There we go. Tidy amount of damage done, 6 kills, decent amount of base experience even for a loss, because we picked up some epic achievement awards, so you get your full experience. Yeah, not bad at all. That could have been a really good carry, but I fudged it up right at the last minute. But hey ho, back in the Cromwell, back having fun in World of Tanks, that's what it's all about. Can't stand not having fun in this game, that's why I play it. Yeah, so that was the first match, and I've got another match coming up in a second. I'll just show you what that nice person messaged me after the match. It's always nice to get nice messages and not getting slagged off, so yeah. Big shout out to you, Hawkeye fan, thanks for the nice message, man. It was nice to know someone appreciates what was going on. Yeah, cheers dude. Right, on to the next match. This was directly after the match before, after I'd sat and stared at the screen in disbelief after losing that carry. Yeah, so a lot better matchmaking this time. I'm top tier. I'm on a map I like, but like I said before, Cromwell doesn't have much gun depression, so it's quite hard to use these ridge lines without taking any return fire. But I'm going to be a bit cheeky, have a little poke here and there, and just see what I can pick up out of this game. Obviously I was on quite a high, well, a high and a low after the last game. A high from having some really good gameplay, but a low from messing up at the end. So I was quite looking forward to trying to redeem myself in this one. So here we go. Rolled round, picking up some spots, and this tank seems to be really good at firing on the move, even with auto aim. I do have a half decent crew, not particularly good. I've got brothers in arms, and after this game was finished, no, after the game before was finished, I finished training my second skill, and I swapped it out for 6th Sense. So I now have 6th Sense, which helps with this tank really. There we go, first kill, ELC down. There's a bit of a poach. Someone else has taken most of his health, but I'll finish him off. And that's removed the enemy's eyes from behind this hill. Right, so I'm just working this hill. Here we go. Keep firing on the move to start. It starts to stop not working, so I'm going to pay a bit more attention to my gunnery skills from now on. And we get a bounce off an M7. I was in a tier 5 million and we only track him with that shot. And we finally pick up the kill though after a bounce and a tracking shot, which is a bit unfair against an M7. If I'm in tier 5 mediums, I never bounce anything. Right, so we spot a church at 7 there. That's a tough target at that angle. And he turns his turret to look at us, so I'm going to back away, live to fight another. Captures me out. I get one into him in return. Am I pushing my luck here? I don't know. Probably. I've probably got this guy's undivided attention, so I'm going to move away. Best thing to learn in this game is when to pick fights. If you're in a fight you can't win, it's probably best to back off and live to fight another day, and maybe even flank them and get them from behind, and you can completely change the engagement.
Ready to fire. Let's find a target.
This is a mistake here. I'm literally losing health from one enemy to try and get the kill shot on another. It's a bad move, that is. He's on low health, but when there's a Churchill behind him firing at you, it's probably not a good idea to go for the kill. Should have left it for somebody else. So I'm down to about a third health now. And just going to keep poking this Churchill. Only looking at him when he's looking at somebody else. Nice turret shots on the side. Every time he turns to me, I'm going to back off, and he's down. So there we go. So that's this side of the map cleaned up. Haven't done a particularly huge amount of damage yet. There's still plenty of enemies left. And because I'm in a Cromwell, we've got the speed to just whiz around the map, picking off enemies as you please. Still got a platoon of VKs on the enemy team, but I don't know where they are. They could be anywhere. We should be able to finish this guy. Oh, bounce. Well, I did hit the side of his turret, so it's my fault. One more shot and this dude's dead. There we go, bingo. Right, so where's the rest of them? Here they come. They must have been camping hill and they're finally pushing in. I'm sure their team would have preferred they pushed in about 5 minutes ago, but it works for us. Get the fire in. He must have moved. It's time to reacquire the target and see if we can finish him off. Oh, that was a lucky shot. Right, they're pushing into town. What do I do? There's two of them. Do I push in and try and deal with both, or do I try and... Yeah, here we go. I can finish off one at a time, hopefully. The shots are getting taken out by the cover up. I think low caliber guns must suffer because high caliber guns don't. And pick up the kill on that guy. Kai, he's out of position. Just need one more to finish him off if I can manage to hit him. Thinking, and there we go, bingo. So that's a top gun. There's one enemy left. Kind of roughly know where he is. See how much health he's got left. There he is, he's going around that building, but like I said, Cromwell, too fast for him. There we go. Cromwell doing what Cromwell does best, and there we go, pick up 7 kills and the victory. And that was a nice couple of games for me. After ruining that carry from the game before, picking up a 7 kill victory from a daily double. Oh yeah, I was quite pleased with that, to be honest. Another high caliber, 2 high calibers in a row in the Cromwell. Cromwell's quite low alpha damage, so picking up a high caliber isn't as easy as you'd think it was. Things like KV-1S, I mean 2,500 damage in a KV-1S is probably 6 shots. And we'll see how many shots I had to fire for a similar amount of damage in a minute. Only class 1 mastery again. A lot of people who own this tank, they know how to drive it because it's a brilliant tank. Fully recommend it. There we go. I think I hit 27 odd shots to make a similar amount of damage as a KV-1S would do in 6-7 shots. That's you know, the more times you have to expose yourself to take a shot, the more chance you have to take incoming fire, which is why mediums are quite hard to play, and it's sort of tactics you need to learn, sort of shoot and scoot, poking ridge lines and that sort of stuff. Right guys, and that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed these 2 clips from yesterday's action in my Cromwell. Like I said, it was the first couple of games I've really enjoyed playing in a while. So I think I will actually spend some money on some equipment and keep playing some Cromwell games. I might even buy back the comment, I don't know. Right, cheers guys, thanks for watching, see you later.